Hey everyone, this is Minakshi from Backpacking with My Lens and welcome to a review cum layover guide video where I will share my experience flying Emirates for the first time and everything I did on my 15-hour layover in Dubai. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Our journey began with a short and comfortable 3-hour 50-minute flight from New Delhi to Dubai. In case you're wondering why a 15-hour layover, well, this was the only flight available at the time that fit our budget, and the rest were either way too expensive or had layovers so short that stepping outside wasn't even an option. So we decided to make the most of this extended pit stop and turn it into a mini adventure. Talking about the visa for Indian citizens, if you have a valid US visa, you're eligible for a visa on arrival. But to save time and to avoid any last-minute hassle, we pre-arranged our e-visas through the online transit visa process. It was quick, easy, and gave us one less thing to worry about during our layover. Now let's dive into the things we did in Dubai City. We stepped out of the airport around 8 p.m. and headed straight to the Souk, a must-visit spot that was mentioned in every blog post I came across. This was an extra special place for me because I skipped it during my last visit back in 2016, so it was high on my list this time. Plus, most of the attractions like museum and theme parks close by 7 or 8, making the Souk the perfect evening destination. The Souk is a traditional Arabian marketplace that truly captures the spirit of Dubai. From glittering gold jewelries to aromatic spices, from vibrant textile to handcrafted souvenirs. Wandering through its lively alleys felt like stepping into a scene from Arabian Nights. This place is an absolute haven for shopping enthusiasts, but for photographers like us, it's even more magical. Every turn was so picturesque, from the colorful display of spices to the glimmering gold shops, that I just couldn't stop myself from clicking away. The Souk truly has a charm that makes it hard to put your cameras down. So whether you're looking for a place to shop, take in the atmosphere, or simply marvel at the craftsmanship, the Souk is a must-visit spot for everyone visiting Dubai. If you have some extra time, don't miss checking out the creek just across the street. It flows between Burtawai and Al Fahidi, offering a glimpse into the city's historic heart. You can even hop on a traditional Abra boat or a dhow cruise to experience Dubai from water. It's a peaceful and unique way to soak in the charm of this vibrant city. Our next stop was none other than the Dubai Mall, the world's largest mall that's more than just a shopping destination. This place is an experience itself, with countless shops, restaurants, and attractions. There's something for everyone here, from luxury brands to fun activities. Our first spot at Dubai Mall was at the top observatory located in the world's tallest building, aka Burj Khalifa. Standing 828 meters tall, this iconic skyscraper offers breathtaking views of the entire city, the desert, and even the ocean. But since we were visiting this place at night, we were only able to see the city skyline. It's one of the most popular places in Dubai, so we just had to check it out. The Burj Khalifa is a symbol of modern Dubai, and no visit is complete without seeing the city from its incredible heights. Whether it's day or night, the views are absolutely mesmerizing. After soaking in the view from above, we headed down to catch the famous Dubai Fountain Show. It's one of the city's most mesmerizing attractions, happening every 30 minutes in the evenings. The fountain's synchronized dance to music and lights is a truly magical experience, and it's also the perfect way to end your visit to the Dubai Mall. After watching the mesmerizing fountain show, we headed back inside to explore more of what the Dubai Mall has to offer. From iconic luxury shops to amazing eateries, there's so much to discover. We also couldn't miss the stunning waterfall inside the mall. Its towering sculptures and cascading water made us feel like we were in some another world. On our way out, we couldn't resist stopping by the aquarium to admire one of the world's largest suspended fish tanks. The sheer size of it is incredible, and it's home to some of the most magnificent marine life. It's a must-see attraction at Dubai Mall and definitely worth taking a moment to appreciate. Our last stop of the night was Dubai Marina, one of the few places with late-night eateries. After an evening full of exploration, we were ready to unwind and enjoy some delicious food. Our initial goal was to have some traditional Emirati food, but most of the eateries offering Emirati food were closed by then. So we went to a Lebanese restaurant instead called La Pergola that was right by the waterfront, offering stunning views of the waterfront and making it a perfect place to end our evening in the city. The food was freshly made, not too expensive, and most importantly delicious, and we loved the hospitality of the staff, and they even gave us some complimentary fruits at the end of a meal. We were so happy we could make the most of our layover and explore a new city. Dubai is a perfect blend of modern wonders and rich culture, and most importantly, it's absolutely safe to travel at night. After heading back to the airport around 3 am, we still had 6 hours to kill before our next flight. So we decided to check out the airport lounge and explore some other sleeping options. We had read a lot about the facilities available at the airport and wanted to check ourselves. The Marhaba lounge mainly had these tiny cubicles or lounge chairs that were costing around $70 for 4 hours. And the sleeping pods were ranging between $120 to $180 for 4 hours. Dubai Airport also has plenty of recliner chairs near the gates, and the best part, they are absolutely free. We grabbed one and caught up on our sleep before our next flight. To keep ourselves energized for the long wait, we also grabbed some coffee and snack, nothing like a caffeine boost, and a quick bite to stay refreshed and ready for the next leg of our journey. Our next leg was a 14-hour flight to Seattle, and the onboard experience with Emirates was fantastic. The boarding process was smooth with a quick check right before the gate. Once we settled into our comfy seats, we were handed a toiletry kit which included an eye mask, earplugs, toothbrush and paste, perfect for a long-haul flight. The leg space was spacious and there was ample storage, so we were comfortable the whole way. We were served 3 delicious meals with beverage, and the wine selection was excellent. Every meal was flavorful and it really made the flight feel like a fine dining experience in the sky. Overall, it was a smooth, comfy ride to Seattle, and I absolutely recommend Emirates for your long distance travels. I hope you found this video helpful and share it with your friends and family planning to travel via Emirates. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such content.